In this video, I'm going to go over the parts of the Crochet Gummy Bear pattern that I get the most questions on. I do have a full video tutorial on how to make this bear from beginning to end, but in this video, I'm just going to go over specific sections that I think I can probably explain a little bit better. So the first thing that I wanted to go over is that when you're working those first couple of rounds, it tends to curl the wrong way. And so you want to make sure that the wrong side of the stitches are not on the outside of the body. You want the right side of the stitches to be on the outside of the body. Next, we'll go over the decreases of round 11 that creates the neck. So what I did was I folded it in half like this. The beginning stitch marker for me with blanket yarn is on the back right hand side, right? So this is going to be the front side of the body. This is going to be the back side of the body. Now with blanket yarn, this is just where this ends up for me. So when we're adding decreases and increases on the front side of the body, we want them to be placed evenly. That's why in some of the rounds I say add one single crochet until you get to those center stitches. But if you're using regular weight yarn, or if your stitches are really tight and your stitch marker is right here, right in the middle, then you don't really have to do that. Let me read round 10. While facing the front of the body, your beginning stitch marker should be on the back side to the right, or wherever it is. Locate the front 12 center stitches. Let's find the 12 center stitches. I'm going to start right here and count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's look at that. That looks center to me. And that is 2 stitches away, which is, I think what I say, 1 single crochet in the next 2, or until you get to those center 12 stitches. So if your beginning stitch marker is right here or right here, then that's where you start. Because you want those decreases to be on the front side. And what you're doing with those decreases is you're creating kind of like a hump, like a tummy, and you're creating the neck. So if you're using blanket yarn and you're in the same spot as me, I'm gonna crochet 2 to get to the center 12 stitches. So 1, 2. Now I'm gonna decrease 6 times over these 12 stitches, including the stitch where I have the stitch marker. And let's take that out. 6. You see how it's creating that hump, and we're keeping the back side flat like a gummy bear. And then we're going to 1 single crochet to your stitch marker. Okay, so for round 12, we're going to add those stitches back. So we're going to add 2 single crochets into each one of those decreases. And we're doing that in the center of the body. So I have to single crochet 2 stitches because of where my stitch marker ended up. So 1, 2. So now we're at those center stitches on the front side of the body, and I'm going to increase 6 times. Okay, you see how we what we did was we created a little indentation there. That's supposed to be the neck. So this is the body, and now every round after this is going to be the head. And to finish the round, we're going to add 1 single crochet until we get to our stitch marker. So now I'm at round 14, and we're going to increase into 3 front center stitches. Now for me, I have to single crochet 7 to get to those front 3. But depending on your tension and the yarn that you use, your beginning stitch marker may be in a different place. So if your let's say if you're using regular weight yarn, you're probably right here in the center. So however many stitches that is to get to the 3 front center stitches of your work, then that's what you'll do. So for me, because with blanket yarn and an 8mm hook and my tension, I have to single crochet 7 to get to the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, is that yes. So now I'm going to add 2 single crochets into each of those 3 center stitches. Okay, now 1 single crochet till I get to my stitch marker. Okay, so round 15, I added 1 single crochet in each stitch. So you can see my increases right here. Now what we're going to do is decrease over the center 6 stitches. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're decreasing over those 6 stitches. So we're decreasing 3 times. And for me to get to those center 6 stitches, I have to single crochet 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to decrease 3 times. And then 1 single crochet until I get to my beginning stitch marker. So you can see how that kind of created a little hump, and that's going to be the nose. Okay, now we're at round 19, and this is the round where we're going to create the ears. And with this folded in half, with this being in the center, so for round 19, we're going to add an ear here, 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 and here, and then we're going to match them up and we'll sew that closed. We have 24 stitches in total, and we're going to split that in half so we have a front 12 stitches and a back 12 stitches. We're going to have 2 ears on the front, 2 ears on the back. So what I'm doing here before we start round 19 is we're going to find those front side 12 stitches, and I'm going to place a stitch marker in the first and the last of these front 12 stitches. Okay, so we have the front 12 center stitches, including the mark stitches. For me, I have to crochet 3 single crochets to get to that stitch marker. So we're going to just take this out, and I'm going to crochet up to that stitch marker. And for round 19, this is now going to be the first stitch of the round. We're going to add 1 single crochet there. This is going to be our beginning stitch. And in the next stitch, we're going to add 3 half double crochets. That's going to be the ear. 2, 3. Now we're going to single crochet 8. And then we're going to add 3 half double crochets in the next. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to add 1 single crochet in that last of the center 12 stitches. So the first half is done. These are the ears. And now we're going to finish the second half of the round, or the other half of the round, and we're going to make sure that those ears match up, and then we're going to sew it together. So let me finish the back side of the round. And 1 single crochet in the last stitch. So we match up our ears, everything's center. So now I'm going to begin to stuff.